Coming up on our 23rd edition of Reel to Reel, the Cleveland Browns come to Lubbock to help our football coaches learn how to eliminate the gray area.
How do we help this athlete navigate this moment of injury to help get them back up to speed so when they're ready to get back on the field, they can do so at an optimal level?
With Valentine's Day being in the rearview mirror, our ATC floral and culinary classes made it so special for so many.
It's really fun because it breaks up the monotony of just you teaching every day. So my students got to listen to Chef Gooch teach for a whole day, which is different. And it breaks up the monotony, makes it fun, and the kids really seem to enjoy it.
Also, we went to schools in our area as we spotlight career and technical education classes.
UFO or spy balloon, Micah Papas has more during the Trending Now.
Also in Trending Now, a new movie coming out in April, the story of Michael Jordan and his shoe line.
Got a name for it? Air Jordan.
Plus, our teams are in basketball playoffs. We give you an update on our hoop programs in the postseason. All this and more coming up on the 23rd edition of Reel to Reel.
This is Reel to Reel going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to our 23rd edition of Reel to Reel, only on Lubbock ISD TV. I'm Bella Christodoulou, a senior from Coronado.
And I'm Max Kinzer, also a senior from Coronado. Bella, I'm excited to share stories from our district and beyond with our viewers.
Me too. And we start with a big one for one of our fellow classes at the ATC. Lubbock ISD's Byron Martin Events Technology Center's automotive students took part in the Top Tech Automotive Challenge hosted by the incredible instructors and staff at the Universal Technology Institute Dallas Irvine campus.
That's right. 12 automotive students traveled to Dallas to challenge their abilities against schools from all over Texas and the states of Oklahoma, Missouri, and Louisiana.
Students worked in teams of 2 and were tested in the following areas: drivability, brakes, parts ID, electrical, HVAC, and ASE type tests. Out of about 100 total high school students, the students brought home $22,000 in scholarships and $5,000 in Snap-on tools and Snap-on toolboxes. Congratulations to these students.
Now for our culinary and floral class, the advanced students in each class recently collaborated for the 5th year in a row to make Valentine gifts. As culinary students made heart-shaped cookies and even decorated them, while the floral class made a bouquet out of those tasty treats. It's a fun and unique tradition that helps our students and helps make people happy on this romantic day.
A lot of them really like the last week when we're prepping. I set up the kitchen more like a professional bakery. So we're cooking like 1,000 cookies, and we had to do it kind of assembly line. So instead of working in individual groups where like they're all doing the same thing, one group is weighing out and scaling the ingredients. One group is using our industrial size mixer. One group is rolling cookies. One group is cutting. One group is baking. And so we did that for 4 days, and they all got to kind of rotate. And it just kind of gave them a glimpse into a more professional environment.
It's really fun because it breaks up the monotony of just you teaching every day. So my students got to listen to Chef Gooch teach for a whole day, which is different. And then his students got to listen to me teach for a whole day. And it breaks up the monotony, makes it fun, and the kids really seem to enjoy it.
To the gridiron, the Cleveland Browns' very own assistant strength coach came to visit the coaching and trainer staff at Monterey High School. He came to pass down some knowledge on not only how injured players get back on the field, but if they can even get back on the field, but also how to lessen the gray area known as the unknown aspect of injuries.
In the gray area being they're fully released and being back up to full speed to be able to participate at a high level on that field. And that's something hard to help those athletes navigate. And we're fortunate there in Cleveland and when I was at Texas A&M, part of that performance team and that collaboration between strength coaches, athletic training staff, and the sport coaches, how do we help this athlete navigate this moment of injury to help get them back up to speed so when they're ready to get back on the field, they can do so at an optimal level. And then what does that look like? How do we fill in those gaps as a staff to help that athlete progress? And so that's what we was kind of addressing the roles that we all share to help that athlete get down the track and be successful.
Thanks to Coach Gibson for coming and speaking to our coaches. Now to the middle school ranks. OL Slayton, conveniently located right across the ATC, is offering a plumbing class through the ACE program. With over 125,000 plumbing jobs in the U.S. alone, this is a great opportunity for middle schools to get hands-on experience with trade-related jobs. And this week, our OL Slayton Knights learned how to put a sink into a bathroom.
The ACE group is new within the last couple of years to OL Slayton, and we just kind of saw a need for a class like this. A lot of it was based on student interest, and there was some voting and things like that that told us the kids were kind of interested in looking into some of these careers, but didn't really have a chance to get started, at least in middle school. So as far as I know, we're the only ACE group, at least at this time, is offering a trades-related group through that ACE program.
Hands-on experience is the best kind of experience. Now to our elementary ranks. 4th grade students at Honey Elementary were reciting poems that they wrote. They call this event the Open Mic Night, as they wrote these poems for their current unit of learning. They made these mic nights in the coffee shop setting with treats, their teachers as baristas, and a ton of decorations.
It was like Starbucks, like a coffee shop, and like it was an open mic night.
How cool is it to be in this Halls class where you get to do all this fun stuff?
It's fun.
What makes it fun?
The stuff that we get to do and stuff that's new that we haven't done before.
What was your favorite part about the poetry unit?
Getting to read Ethel's poems and Shale.
Oh, that's really cool. Why was that your favorite part?
Because we got to share our experiences and our opinions.
We do love to see that. And still to come on this edition of Reel to Reel,
We have the Hoop Swoop, who is still in the playoffs. Lily will have all the answers.
But first, do you know what's trending? Plus, our weather continues to change. Will it again this week? Abby has all the details coming up.
That's right, we'll be right back for the rest of this 23rd edition of Reel to Reel, right back after this short commercial break.
Here at the ATC, our teachers are dedicated to keeping us students safe, no matter what it takes.
Hi, you got your badge? Come on, let's get your badge out. Come on. Stop! What are you doing? I just need to see your badge. Now, was that hard? Thank you.
Oh yeah, don't litter. It's bad for the environment.
Everyone has friends, but here at Lubbock ISD TV, some of us have a special connection.
Hi, Miss. Hi, Miss.
Jared and Parker have a bit of a sixth sense between each other.
My knee's really hurting. I need Jared.
Parker.
Parker, I'm coming. What? That reminds me of the time we tried to separate them.
You guys just need some time apart.
Why'd they separate us?
I guess we learned our lesson.
Welcome back to Reel with hosts Max Kinzer and Bella Christodoulou. Sports with Lily Tony. Weather with Abigail Garcia. And Trending Now with Micah Pappas. Now back to the desk as we continue our 23rd episode of Reel to Reel.
Welcome back to Reel. This edition is extra special because it is CTE month. Mr. Ward challenged us to see what different CTE, or career and technical education courses, are offered around LISD.
Right? I love these field trips we get to go on to tour the district and learn more about each school and what makes them unique.
Well, I haven't gotten the chance to tag along on one yet, but I have no doubt that every student has had a great time filming them.
Absolutely. And this one is no different. As many of you know, the ATC is the hub for all things CTE.
I am so thankful for the ATC and all it has to offer, but our individual schools also have many CTE programs to offer as well.
So let's take a look at our first story to see what Estacado's culinary program is serving up. Carson and Emma have more.
Here at the home of the Matadors, students are given opportunities to explore many different hobbies. But what sets Estacado apart from other schools in our district is their unique CTE culinary class.
This class is important because being in the CTE gets you career readiness. We also have a program that this builds into FCCLA, which is Family, Career, Communities of Leadership of America. And they're able to compete in these fields, and they can get scholarship, learn to work in their community, learn where they come from, how to make their community better. So these classes are very important because it teaches them how to work with people, the different diversity and cultures that we have, and then it allows them to have a career path in college. It's bigger than just high school education. It's teaching them to be better people and be good citizens, you know, because they're the next leaders of the world. And so teaching them that at a young age is why I do what I do. I like to see them grow as people and be leaders in their school.
Carson and Emma. And it's a great way to kick off our CTE month coverage for this show.
Absolutely. And while Talkington might be our newest high school in Lubbock ISD, Lily and Xavier show us how THS is empowering their young women leaders in the world of business. Let's take a look.
The incubator program is new in LISD. This is the first campus to have this curriculum, and it's kind of like a year-long Shark Tank. So students have to come up with a list of problems, and then they generate either a product or service as a solution, and they go through the business model process to create an actual business that they're going to pitch to investors. The BMC, or the Business Model Canvas, and it is what banks and the Small Business Development Committee, they use that in the real world to help businesses with startups. There's also a portion after the curriculum that helps them get an LLC and actually start selling their product. I'm really appreciative of Amy Baker for bringing it to us because it allows girls that would typically shy away from the business industry this way of getting their foot in the door and deciding if that's a path they really want to take. It's one of the things that makes Talkington stand out. It's a great place.
Wow, that story was impressive. I love how Mrs. Gallagher talks about the future of all those bright students.
Absolutely. Do you plan on doing this in your future?
Yes, I do. I am majoring in journalism at UT, and LISD TV is helping make my future brighter and my dreams more achievable.
That's awesome to hear. Next up, we learn that student careers don't have to start in college or high school. Watch as Nate and Micah show us how even middle schoolers can prepare for their futures.
Here at Irons, I run the engineering department. We have engineering 1, 2, and 3. I also am the leader of the Cougar TV, which is our video announcements that we do twice a week. We're doing aerospace, robotics, architecture, structures. We'll do rocketry.
We forgot this. There are different papers that have different lines.
Just a little bit, give them a little taste of several different engineering fields just to give them an idea of what they could do in the future.
Huh?
Great story by Micah and Nate.
For sure. And of course, we'll be telling more of these stories all February as we can celebrate Career and Technical Education Month.
And with that, Max, are you ready to hear about what's trending?
You know it. Let's send it over to Micah Pappas, who is standing by at our Trending Now set. Micah?
Hello and welcome to Trending Now. I'm Micah Pappas, a junior at Lubbock High, bringing you a quick look at everything that's trending this week. Well, the Super Bowl is all wrapped up with the Chiefs bringing home the Vince Lombardi Trophy to Kansas City. But preparations are already in place for next year, as the logo and stadium have been revealed. Super Bowl 58 will be held in the home of the Las Vegas Raiders.
I think I'd be making a mistake underestimating anything that happens in Vegas and how big it can be.
UFOs or more spy balloons? A deepening national security mystery is brewing after U.S. fighter jets downed 3 separate unidentified aerial objects in 3 days, high over the North American continent. U.S. intelligence said the objects weren't manned, didn't appear to have propulsion power, and didn't pose a threat to the people on the ground.
Take this. Find them.
Ready your wands, because Wizarding School is in session in Hogwarts Legacy. The game is set more than a century before Harry Potter attended Hogwarts, for good reason.
Big drivers for us setting it in that time period was just making sure that you were the focus. So you're not being overshadowed by characters that you already know. We're really trying to set the stage for you are the hero, and the things that you do have never been seen before. They're not being overshadowed by other characters.
He loves you, if you still love him. That's right, Barney is coming back. Mattel announced it is launching a new Barney TV show. This time, the purple dinosaur will be animated. It sounds like they're betting on a hit. There will be merchandising to go along with the new show, including toys, clothes, and books. To the movie scene, Disney is not letting go of its prized properties Frozen or Toy Story anytime soon. Disney CEO Bob Iger said that during the company's earnings call Wednesday that there are plans in the works for additional sequels to both hit franchises. Speaking of Disney, they're about to join a growing list of companies that are cutting jobs. The company announced Wednesday that it would cut 7,000 jobs. That represents about 3% of its global workforce. Disney CEO Bob Iger says the move is necessary to address challenges that they are facing.
It's gonna make us want to fly, but a shoe is just a shoe.
Until my son steps into it.
Ben Affleck is hoping his next film will fly high at the box office. The trailer for Air, Courting a Legend, is out.
There is nothing like having the one you hold dearest, nearest, when the world turns cold. Thanks for going to a special place with me.
Here's your first look at Owen Wilson in Paint, playing a public television painter who bears more than a passing resemblance to Bob Ross. Paint makes its mark in theaters April 7th. And that's a look at what's trending. Hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day week. I'll send it back to you at the desk.
Micah, Bella, 2 things stood out on there. That Harry Potter game looks cool, but the new Barney looks kind of creepy.
I thought the same thing. And next up for us on Reel to Reel, we turn to our weather.
Let's send it over to Abigail Garcia at the weather set. Abby, I know we aren't the Windy City, but with how windy it always is, we should be.
That is an understatement. Yes, it's definitely going to be crazy, but today is going to be a calmer one with only 10 miles per hour winds coming from the southwest to the southeast. The west to the southwest, sorry about that. The high will be 52 and will go down all the way to 29 degrees at night. Winter is definitely still with us. Now, to the weekend, you may have noticed a PM clearing on Saturday. That morning will be a gray one, but will clear up in the afternoon with a high of 56 and a low of 39. We'll see similar temps all through the week from Saturday to Tuesday. There will be an increase in low, although a sharp increase of the low should be noted. This Saturday starts what I call normal Lubbock weather. This is to say incredibly windy with a high speed wind of 20 miles per hour. It's not going to be easy to go out, although the temps will definitely be warmer with a high of 71 and a low of 51, being only 5 degrees higher than our high yesterday. That's impressive. To our 7-day forecast we go, and as you can see, wind is the forecast. Winds are expected to be at 20 miles per hour and higher all week. Clouds will be in the high, but if you plan being outside, be prepared to be blown away. Temps will be nice Sunday through Tuesday, but we start to see a dip in temps again on Wednesday and Thursday, as we will have highs again in the upper 60s. But Max and Bella, are you ready for the wind? Because ready or not, here it comes.
Oh, sorry, I was fixing my hair. I hate the wind, it just ruins it.
Me too. Thanks so much, Abby. Skills USA is this weekend and will be windy and chilly one.
Yes, it will. Thankfully, our contest is inside.
That's the truth. And still to come on this edition of Reel to Reel, we keep it real with Mr. Ward.
But first, we head on over to the Sports Connection with Lily Tony, as we had another big signing for one of our student athletes.
We'll be right back with more after this short commercial break. Being on TV, you always want the perfect show. 5, 4, 3.
And coming up, did you know? No.
Hey Xavier, are you okay? Are you feeling well?
I'm fine, just let me keep going.
And usually, we handle it like professionals.
You just don't have it today. Maybe just next show.
Sometimes you don't have your best stuff, and so we have to bring in a closer.
Let's go.
It's all part of the game.
4, 3.
Welcome back to Lubbock ISD TV, and whoa, I'm excited to be here.
With Lubbock ISD TV, our fans can always check out the highlights of all our shows and sports broadcasts by following our social media. Super fans can get even more access by watching live streams, video on demand, and more on our website. And for our fanatics who still can't get enough of Lubbock ISD TV, we have uncut footage of Caleb Galbraith making a sandwich, just for you. Keep up to date with all things Lubbock ISD TV on all our platforms.
I just work here.
This spot you see right now is the place where a special group of people are remembered forever. Through various wars, these heroes fought for something that wasn't free, and it took all of their bravery. A hero is someone who gives his or her life to something bigger than oneself. We thank you, soldiers, for your sacrifice.
She's a close friend of
I found the doll. It's really gone.
Welcome back to Reel to Reel. I am Lily Tony with your Sports Connection. In playoff basketball, you have to treat every possession like it's your last. And for our girls' basketball teams, they are battling hard in the postseason. As the Monterey Lady Pleasant are on the way to the top, as they are in the hunt to win it all, beating Plainview with a score of 104-64. And over at the Big E, we have the Estacado Lady Matadors as they won the by-district round of the playoffs. And up next for Coach Griffin and the team is a tough matchup against Crum High School as their record is 24-10. And over to the guys, the regular season schedule is wrapped up, and so now are we all in on the playoffs? Who's in? And who's ready to make a deep run? Let's take a look. And we start off in the 5A level as the Monterey boys and their fast-paced style of play ran past the competition en route to a district title, while the Coronado Mustangs finished in third to a 4A level. Coach Wag and the Matadors continue to set their standard in their district as they won another district title. We wish our three guys teams all the best in the postseason. And finally, we continued the streak of having a student athlete sign, and over at Lubbock High, they had a player put pen to paper to compete at the next level. As Harrison Shepler signed with McMurray to play football, the Lubbock High senior was a standout last year for the Westerners, and he is excited to be a Warhawk.
Yeah, it's been a long 4 years, definitely, but I loved every minute of it. It's just part of the process. Really looking forward to moving on to the next step, going on college, play college ball. It's a perfect place for me because it's just what I'm looking for. They have a great program over there. They're building something new, and I want to be part of something great. They're building over there something big, and it's just the right fit for me. Felt like home when I visited.
What kind of athlete is McMurray getting in you, man?
Great athlete, on and off the field, definitely.
And going to swim and dive, we want to say best of luck to our swim and dive athletes as they are currently heading to state.
Teams have a big week too.
Yes, it's state week for them, and we will let everyone know what's going on next week's show.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Lily. And still to come on this edition of Reel to Reel, we keep it real with Mr. Ward.
He always has something good to say, and I can't wait to hear what he has this week.
We'll be right back on Reel to Reel, only on Lubbock ISD TV.
Hey yo, guess what day it is, huh? Come on, Sienna, guess what day it is?
Tie Tuesday.
No. Come on, Lily, you gotta know what day it is.
Game day.
What?
How happy are Lubbock ISD fans every time we take a broadcast?
I'd say happier than Mr. Ward on game day.
Game day, yeah!
Going live every week is physically and emotionally exhausting. And the last thing we want is going to talk to the media. But we're professionals, and we're willing to do our job.
You know, Jared takes everyone's lines, every show. And it doesn't matter if it was me or the last guy that did the show, whatever his name was. But it's like that every show with Jared. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it's the greatest job in the world. That's what I tell you guys. But when I go home, I just shut down, sit in my chair, and just think, why didn't I steal all of his lines?
Here at LISD TV, we go through our slumps, just like anybody else. But especially for our first years, who are, well, beginners, we like to go back and review what we did wrong, so we can learn, get better. All right, look at this, Gary. Do you see the way you're slumping?
I don't think it's that bad.
That's pretty bad, Gary.
No, it's not that. No.
You are obviously slumping.
And they barely notice it.
Okay, Gary, you see that?
Yeah, what about it?
That's not natural.
Yeah, it is. It's the twitch. It's the twitch.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's not good.
See, that one I think is a little rough, but it's not that bad.
That's bad, Gary. That's really bad.
Yeah.
I know where to start with this one.
I don't even know where to begin. That was awesome.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Why don't you think so?
There were people watching us live. We were live, Gary.
And they were jamming out at home like I was.
But eventually, the great ones figure it out.
Man, what an unbelievable show. I'm sure y'all will love it. Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed on that one.
Welcome back to Reel, only on Lubbock ISD TV. Well, guys, it's officially here. It's competition week, and honestly, I'm so excited. See, this week is Skills USA week for our students as we have 20 Lubbock ISD TV students competing today, tomorrow, and Saturday out in Levelland in various television contests. In fact, we're competing in 5 different contests, and we already have 2 teams that have qualified to represent us at state, and I fully expect us to have more. And honestly, we've been preparing for this all year long with these live shows, telling news stories, doing podcasts, and of course, flying drones. You know, Colin Powell once said, there are no secrets to success. It's the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. And we've done that all year long with all of our competitions. And I hope it translates to us having success this weekend. And as I send it back to our team of 4 at the desk, I want to wish all 4 of you luck this weekend as you compete and represent Lubbock ISD.
Thanks so much, Mr. Ward. Well, Bella, we've come to the end of another great show.
We have, and LISD TV wants to thank you for joining us on our 23rd edition of Reel to Reel.
Until next time, stay happy and healthy.
Executive Producer Carson Ward, Technical Director Naomi Spears, Teleprompter Emma Feist, Audio Engineer Cesar Montez, Pro-Presenter Caleb Galbraith, Camera 1 Xavier Guzman, Camera 2 Micah Pappas, On Jib Nathaniel Steele, Floor Director Hunter McKenzie, and on the desk Max Kinzer and Bella Christodoulou. Sports with Lily Tony, Weather with Abigail Garcia, and Trending Now with Micah Pappas. And your voice of Reel to Reel, Gary Reichner.
This has been a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.